2020 Toyota Corolla taillight housing replacement. What's up, everybody? I got a 2020 Corolla here. The rear outside taillight is chipped right here, and the customer wants to replace it, so I'm going to do it for him. So the first thing we need to do is pop the hood. Pop the trunk, what am I thinking? And then there's a little thing right here. A little tool like this is good, but first let's take this fabric in the trunk off. There's these little clips you got to take off. This Amazon tool works best, but right now all I have is this little blue tool. But you want to pop these little clips outwards and then pull this fabric back. And let's go ahead and disconnect this taillight assembly. It's this white and beige connector. The connector is white. You're going to push the little thumb tab down, the little thumb tab button, and then pull the connector outwards. My fingers are too fat for this connector, so I had to use a little flathead to push the button upwards, and then with my other hand I pulled the connector back. Don't ever pull by the wires because you'll damage the wires, so just lift up that little release tab, and then while it's up up and released, then you could pull the connector back just kind of like this right here and get that off. Now once that's off, we're going to go to this grommet. Oh, here's the button right there. That's the button you push up to release it. There's a little weather grommet right here, and what you want to do is push this, like kind of compress it and push it outwards a little bit. You could do it later too if you want to wait, but push that out. All right, now on the outside, let's go ahead and take our trim tool and just kind of pop this cover off gently. Go in right where I was on the top, pop this cover off, and then we're going to have two 10mm screws right here, 1 and 2. Go ahead and zip these off. I have a little drill, so I got that. And once you get those 2 screws off, save them because we're going to reuse them. You can kind of pop this off the little screw holes a little bit. Now you're going to grab this and wiggle it a lot and pull it straight backwards. If you rage rip it off, you're going to scratch your paint or damage it. You want to just wiggle it a lot and pull it straight backwards, and I'll show you why in a minute. But it should like kind of pop out and get loose like this. Just kind of wiggle and pull it straight backwards. And then don't forget your wire harness is in there too, so we got to pull out the wire harness. But basically there's like a little peg that sticks into a grommet that really squeezes it. And then on the back corner part too, there's a clip that holds it in place that it slides straight out of. Alright, but yeah, basically you slide out like this, and then get the wire harness and kind of maneuver it out of that hole. And then now we have it removed. Okay. And here's the new one right here. There's the part number. I will link it. It's on Amazon. I'll link it below. So this just opens up like this. This is a Toyota OEM one. You don't have to go OEM, but when you do, it comes with new bulbs, new wiring. Highly recommend it. I'll try to link an aftermarket one that has good reviews down below as well. So first thing I do is I run this wire harness through here like this, and then I'll get the grommet set right like that. Just kind of get that in place, and then I'm going to line this up very carefully, and you're going to slide this straight into the body. There's a little clip that goes into like a little hole on the taillight housing, and then you got to get this peg lined up too. It should be like perfectly flush with your car, unless you got hit and like your body's deformed, but you should be able to push it straight in. It should just go in and be flush. And then after that, we're going to put our 2 10mm screws in right there. Those don't got to be mega tight. They'll strip out if you just keep trying to tighten them down. So once they're snug, you're good. And then we'll plug our connector in right here. That should snap in place. And then after that, we're going to get our fabric back in place. Put your 2 clips in, or whatever clips you had. Get this fabric back in place here. And then put your clips in if you have them. And then put this guy on, bottom first. Just put it back in and then gently put it in. Don't try to like slam this on because you could break the plastic tabs. And when you shut the trunk for the first time, go super slow and make sure you're not going to hit your taillight, because if it's not aligned right, you could poke out too far and you could smash your taillight housing. But get this guy in, and then basically just have a buddy or someone turn on the headlights and step on the brakes, make sure it all works. And that's it, guys. Alright guys, that's all the information I got for you. The rest of the video is just some products and other stuff I got going on. Totally up to you if you want to stick around. I got a 15% off Oxido.com promo code. Now Oxido has a bunch of products, but what they're mostly known for is their really good aftermarket headlights. So if you got an older car, 80s, 90s, 2000s, even a newer car, if it has a bulb, they probably got an upgraded bulb for you. You may have seen aftermarket LED headlights on Amazon, but the thing, I'm not going to say any names, but the thing is they have a lot of issues. Sometimes they start to flicker after a few months, or they get hot and the LED burns off. Auto headlights come with integrated fans and modules that control all that stuff. So these are plug and play, super easy to put in. These are available on Amazon. You can get them there. However, if you go to the website and use the promo code GearmoAuto, you can get 15% off. It's really easy. All you gotta do is go to the website on your phone or your computer and then put in what kind of car you have, what year, make and model, you know, that stuff, and then it'll display to you all the available lights for your vehicle. You can get headlights, tail lights, interior lights. Highly recommend getting some good interior lights. You'll be surprised how bright it is. So just type GearmoAuto in at the checkout and you'll get 15% off.